Thanks, Lyric. It's baseball's best team against arguably baseball's best pitcher. But this is not the first time this season the Brewers have gotten a chance to take swings at Paul Skeens. The two teams squared off back on June 25th right here in Milwaukee with Skeens on the mound. And the Brewers got to him as they put up 4 runs in 4 innings in what was Skeens' shortest outing of the season. Training camp 2025 has finally gotten started for the Green Bay Packers, and the first day of practices is officially in the books. It's another season of Packer football 2025 has begun. Today's matchup with the Cincinnati Bengals came in with a little bit of uniqueness regarding quarterback Joe Flacco. Flacco came into the day taking on the Packers for the second time this season. He looked to become the first quarterback in the Super Bowl era to beat the same team twice in the same season, with 2 different teams following his midweek trade from the Cleveland Browns to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Marathon Red Raiders took on the Rockets of Cedar Grove, Belgium here at the state baseball tournament at Fox City Stadium. The winner moving on to Thursday's Division III state championship game. The loser packing up the bags and heading home for the summer. Good evening and happy Friday night, and that means it's the Friday Night Blitz. My name is Drew Celli, and we have a full night ahead of us on the gridiron. We're going to start in Antigo with our game of the week, and it's one of the longest and biggest rivalries in Wisconsin high school football. Rhinelander and Antigo square off in the annual Bell game. Sports Director Salmeyer is in Antigo and has the recap of one of the best rivalries in Wisconsin high school football. Well, thank you, Saul, and the Bell game certainly lived up to the hype. We're going to stick with the Great Northern Conference. Mosinee was on their home field tonight as they welcomed in the Tomahawk Hatchets. Tomahawk was coming off of a last-second fake field goal win over Rhinelander last week, while Mosinee was looking to bounce back from their first GNC loss since 2020 when they fell to Wausau East last week. So would it be the Hatchets on the road, or would Mosinee get back on track on their home field? Let's start in the first quarter. And the Hatchets, they came out swinging out of the gate. Tegan Sarazen going right up the middle. He is going to break a huge gain all the way into the Mosinee red zone. And they would capitalize on that. Braden Larson going to punch this one in from a couple yards out, and the Hatchets strike first. But back comes Mosinee. Junior quarterback Treeve Stoffel. He had a big night. He's going to move a bit to his left and fire the deep pass to Jarek Seeger, who brings it in. That would be a gain of 58. Mosinee would go on to win this one 28-14. Now to Eagle River, where the Northland Pines faithful was jacked up for their homecoming game versus Clintonville. Clintonville trying to convert a 3rd down, but the Eagles defense, they play a game of meat at the quarterback. Clintonville forced to punt. That's when Pines would get it going on offense. Aiden Minks drops back, finds Jacob Beer for a quick game. That drive would stall, but that's when they would bring in the big leg of Cody Voida. He would make a 45-yard field goal. This thing would have been good from 50. Pines, they don't take their foot off the gas. They win this one 31-14. It was a major milestone over the past weekend as Spash junior Jada Soybert gave her commitment to the Iowa Hawkeyes. For the top-ranked junior in the state of Wisconsin, it was all about her relationship with the Hawkeye coaching staff and Iowa community.
For me, it's always been about the relationship when I was kind of narrowing it down and trying to choose. So I went on a couple visits, and the people there just were really my people, and I feel like that was a big part of it. And then obviously I think I could fit into the offense really well.
A star since the moment she arrived at Spash 2 years ago, Soybert has always been regarded as one of the best players nationally in her class. But for her, the thought of playing at the D1 level was one that was developed long before she reached the high school level.
I'd say it was a thought for me when I was 5 or 5th grade, around there. And ever since then, I just knew I wanted to play at the next level. So then ever since that thought, I just kept putting in the work. And then 7th grade was when I thought it could actually be something.
One luxury Soybert has is playing under a former WNBA player. Spash head coach Janelle McCarville was the #1 overall pick in the 2005 WNBA draft, and has coached Soybert for 3 seasons and talked about what separates her from the rest.
She's a talented two-way player. She gives everything on both ends of the court. Most of the time her defense fuels her offense, which is not the case in a lot of high school athletes these days, and that's really one area she separates herself.
For the future Hawkeye, her relationship with her coach is one that's made the process much easier and one that has made her a better basketball player. one that is destined for major success at the college level.
No, it's amazing. Honestly, like I couldn't imagine a better high school career. Having just her input in my game and my IQ, I think, has skyrocketed since I've been here with her. So it's amazing.
With still over a year left in high school, this local star is not done leaving her mark at Stevens Point. But about 4.5 hours southwest, Hawkeye Nation now eagerly awaits the arrival of the best class of 2027 basketball player in the state of Wisconsin.